Key skill, hashtag 3. The key skill 3 states that if we have two logs with the same base, don't delete them. So these guys are the same, and there's a minus in between them. We can convert that into one log, same base. The base is not changed, you see? Here, A, and we can divide whatever this one was divided by this one. So we can go either way, depending on what the question states. I'm going to do the proof from scratch this time. No more cheating. Okay, so like I told you before, the point of a mathematical proof is always you start on one side, you do some manipulation, you move some things around, and you finish on the other side, okay? Obviously, all the manipulation needs to be mathematically sound. You can't just make stuff up, but we're gonna have a little help here. We've been told these two things, log AB equals X and log AC equals Y. So we know that B equals A to the X and C equals A to the Y. That's just from our punching up uppercut rule. So I'm going to start on this side here. So this is where I start. See, it's a lot less beautiful when I'm doing this in real time. We had B over C. Okay, here we go. So B divided by C. Now, the next line I'm going to do is to give me something to work with. I'm going to substitute B, A to the X, and A to the Y. The reason why I do this is when I substitute from just letters to indices, I can use all of the rules for indices that I know. So for example, I know that if I'm dividing, then that's the same as I can write that as one base with X minus Y. Top one minus bottom one. For example, basic example would be something like 2 to the 5 divided by 2 to the 3 is 2 to the 5 minus 3, 2 to the 2. Hopefully you already know that. Now, this is where I think the trickiest part is. Let's change to purple. This part relies on thinking, okay, well, what does this equal to? A power what, if I was punching up, is equal to A to the X minus Y. Well, obviously it has to be X minus Y. So you think about that. What power of A would be equal to A to the X minus Y? And obviously it's X minus Y. So this, by default, has to be equal to X minus Y. I mean, check it, right? If you were to punch that up now, these two things would be the same. I hear you going, Right, so this is X minus Y. And then we can go right back to the beginning and say, well, that's the same as log AB. Log AB minus, and Y was log AC. So we started on the side that had the divide, the one logarithm that had B divided by C, and then we finished on the other side that had the two logs and the minus in between. So that's sufficient for a proof. You could also start here and go the other way. Either way can work. This step here would be a bit tricky in the reverse, so I wouldn't recommend it, but you know, maybe you're feeling brave. Now let's look at an actual numerical example to see, does this really hold up when we just put basic numbers in? So let's see. Log 2, 4. Which power of 2 is 4? That's going to be 2. Okay. Now I'm going to do this backwards. Which power of 2 is going to be 32? So let's recap our powers of 2. 2 power 1, 2. 2 power 2 is 4. 2 power 3, well, times this one by 2, that's 8. 2 power 4, 16. 2 power 5, 32. Okay, so that's a 5. 2 power 6, 64. And 2 power 7 would be this one, 128. So is it true that 7 minus 5 is 2? Yeah. So this is exactly how this could work, because if you think about it, you would rewrite that and say log 2, 128 divided by 32 would be log 2, 4. So this is working if you plug in real numbers. Think of a few examples that you could do for yourself and see, does it actually work in real life? Okay, express as a single logarithm. That means we need to go down from 2 logarithms down to 1. So let's see. log 3. We've got a minus here, which means we can do the first one divided by the second one. So single logarithm, only one log. And now we can be a little bit fancy and factorize the top and cancel it with the bottom. So that would give log 3x. So we have not only got a single log, but we've simplified. Overachieving. Solve for x. These are really common A-level questions. They give you some funky equation like this, and you have to find x. So let's have a look. This is log base 5. So we've got 4x squared divided by x minus 1. That's your first move. Basically, if you think about what your strategy should be in these questions, you always want to get down to one log. Once you've got down to one and only one log, you can uppercut. You can do the punching up thing and you can get rid of the logs completely. But you can't do that if you've got 2 or 3 or multiple logs on one side. No, you need one log on one side and a number on the other side, and then you're golden. So in this case, we've got one log here and a number over here. So we can punch up. So 5 punches up 2. Be careful you get the 5 punching up the 2, not the 2 punching up the 5. My student did that the other day. Okay, let's see what that gives us. Okay, let's bring everything over to one side. So minus 25x plus 25 equals to 0. So we need to multiply for 100, add up for minus 25, and we're going to have minus 20 times minus 5. You're going to want to double minus because 2 minuses will multiply together to give you 100, and they'll add up to give you a negative number. If you don't remember how to solve your non-monic quadratics, shame on you. Go back and do that again. That's something everyone should know when they arrive to A-level maths, but don't really know, and it's going to cause you a lot of problems. So what I'm going to do here is split up the minus 25x into minus 20x and minus 5x plus 25. And I'm going to solve this as 2 mini problems. So from these two, I can take out 2x. So that would leave me, actually I can take out 4x. Always take out the maximum. So that would be x minus 5. From these two, I can take out minus 5. That would also be x minus 5. If you guys have done this method correct, these two will always be the same. Then you get 2 brackets, 4x minus 5, x minus 5 equals to 0. This is going to give us 2 solutions, x equals to 5 and 4x minus 5 equals to 0. Let's solve that one. 4x equals 5, x equals 5 over 4. I'm kind of hustling a bit because I'm running out of paper here. And this is the last one, usually the trickiest or sneakiest one. So change that immediately to this, okay? There's a minus there, this divided by this. Ooh, got x's everywhere here. Okay, so x punches up here, so 16 over x equals x cubed. You see, I got myself down to one single logarithm, nothing here. You're going to talk more about that later. And then I removed the logarithm to solve the equation. Let's put this let's put this x on this side. So we've got x cubed times by x. 16 equals x to the 4. So we take the 4th root of 16. And that could be 2 or minus 2 actually. But remember, we don't want inside here to be negative. So if I put inside there minus 2, 16 divided by minus 2 would be minus 8. So we're going to take only x equals to 2 as our solution. Done and dusted. Don't forget to please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in Key Skill 4.